everyone, and welcome to Engineer's Edge, a podcast by I²IT. In this podcast series, we answer all your questions related to engineering as a career option. Right from what is engineering, who can pursue it, what is the process, what are the skill set required to thrive in this industry. We have got everything for you. So let's begin with today's episode. When we look around, we might find individuals who have scored very average in their schools and colleges, and yet they are placed in good companies at a very good position. And there might be certain individuals who are among the toppers, and yet they are struggling to get into the mainstream. Does this mean that scoring good is not enough? Or is there something more to it? This is what we are going to talk today. What companies exactly want from engineers? And today we have with us Adesh Patwardhan, Head Corporate Relations. Hello sir, welcome to our show.
Good morning.
So before we start, tell us how long is your association with I²IT?
I've been in I²IT in the last 18 years. Before that, 21 years in the IT industry. It's been a good journey so far interacting with young students.
So nice. Since you have got a long association with the IT sector, you might have seen IT boom, you might have seen the recession, and again the rise of the industry. With this, you might have also seen that the demand for the skill sets are changing. So I want to understand from your side that what are the specific qualities or the skill set that nowadays the companies are looking for?
Typically, these companies start off testing their aptitude. So they have an online test consisting of verbal ability, then they have quantitative, and then they come to coding. And after they filter off the students, they go to the next step, which is might be a group discussion. So they filter off from there group discussion areas, and then they go down to the coding. Now, during the interviews, typically the corporates look at their basic knowledge. That is, their fundamentals should be clear. Problem solving capabilities, logic, reasoning abilities, and how much confidence you have actually to face the challenges put forth.
You know, I've seen a lot of students when they enter the engineering college, they have this casual approach. They just come to college, they think they'll give exams and they'll get a good job. Now, these students do not have a definite career plan. They do not think of creating a plan and developing the career. So, do you think, sir, this approach gets them in the long run, or is placement the ultimate thing for a college student?
See, placement is a byproduct, and students, some of them have not yet realized. Maybe they say, okay, we will see later on, let it come, we will face it once you come to that stage. They are just trying to finish their engineering, as you rightly said, that they're just gathering information. But placement interviews are much different than what the typical academic exams are. There, the corporates test their knowledge. So once your knowledge base is strong, obviously you will get through the interview process.
So you just mentioned that we have GD, we have PI. So talking about the recruitment process. So majority of this company has got aptitude, few conducts GD also, and then we go for either a technical PI or then HR round. Now, English being the business language in most of parts of the world, we encourage our students to communicate in English. However, students coming from vernacular background, they feel that it's quite difficult to communicate in English. They're quite resistant to it. Now, during course of time, they have this belief that it is only the technical skills that is required to get them placed, and it is not at all necessary to communicate in English. So I want to understand from your side, what influence does English language have in the recruitment process? And another thing, is it mandatory to speak in English during the interview process?
Yes, right now, because the corporates, they deal with a lot of these foreign clients, and most of the clients are from English speaking areas and countries. and when there's a technical call, so they need to speak in English. They have to be confident in English, and during the interviews, obviously, some students who come from the rural background have actually studied semi-English medium. I tell them, and especially my students in I²IT, that all you need is more confidence. So speak confidently. English is not so much of a barrier initially. So once the students come through that fear that okay, they can speak technically okay, I don't think it should be much of a problem. But English is required as a for their career.
Talking about I²IT, um, how do you ensure that every student gets placement opportunity?
Well, it depends on the eligibility criteria. So most of the companies have a typical 60% no backlog, no etiquette kind of criteria. And students who fit into that criteria, they sit for the placement drive. Some of them don't even sit for placement drive because they are very clear they want to go for higher studies. Some of them want to start their own business. Entrepreneurship is also coming up. But I give them opportunities, and as a policy which we have here in I²IT, one company you get selected, you cannot sit for the other company. So automatically the other students get chance to sit for their thing, and we give them as many chances as possible for them to get a job finally. So end of the day, they are also happy. We are happy.
Wonderful, sir. What I've also observed in I²IT is that I²IT gives a lot of focus on training. So I want to understand that what initiative does the college take for students for their overall development, so that this assists in their placement process.
In training side, obviously, we give a lot of importance. We start off with in the third year itself, training, fun semester full of English verbal ability. Then the next semester is quantitative, and we encourage our students to take part in most of these hackathons which happen all over India. Smart India Hackathon, and then KPIT Sparkle, TCS, Code Vita. That's when they gain their knowledge, and that's how they come to know exactly how technical sound they are, and then they work on it, and that's how they are successful.
Okay. Moving on towards a last question. What is your advice for our viewers?
Well, students typically get scared and they're confused basically. So what we do here in I²IT is we try and convince the students not to fear so much for the job. Parents put a lot of pressure, so we try to tell the parents also to remain calm and wait, let that student perform. Because here, more than technical, of course, we have an holistic development program where we have a lot of these committees, the PR committee, CMC committee, YI, so social. So automatically the leadership capabilities, managerial, and how to organize things also grow. So typical engineer is supposed to be having such qualities. So end of the day, the student obviously will get a job, and I wish good luck for each and every student here in I²IT.
Okay. That was wonderful from your side. Thank you very much, sir, for being here, for being a part of this show, and sharing your expertise with us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
So, friends, I hope you have enjoyed our today's conversation. If you have enjoyed our video, like our video and share it with your friends. If you want to get in touch with us, you can see the social media handles running on the screen. You can follow us there, or you can email us, or you can call us. We are here to answer all your queries. So friends, let's meet in another episode. Till then, thank you very much. Have a good day.